it frowned upon to try and grab an internship immediately out of college and then begin job search?
I got my job from an internship. When I graduated, I had an internship, and it literally started out like making coffees, and I made coffee. And I had a college degree, and I got there at 8 o'clock, so the coffee was warm when everyone else got there. But I made the best coffee, and I made so many coffees for people, and just tried so hard. And then, 6 months later, I handed my resume to my boss and said, "This position requires more experience than I have, but I think you know my work ethic, and I would like the job." And he said, "One step ahead of you, I was going to offer you a job next week."
So you got that internship after you graduated?
I started like a month before graduation, but it was just, yeah.
But any experience you have is going to open up other opportunities. You may meet someone who knows someone, and any one of those paths can lead you to your dream job. You never know. So it never hurts.
Can I make a point here really fast? That for those of you that might have had internships during college, or maybe you're interning for a company right now, my experience was I got my first job out of school because I interned for a company for 3 years while I was in college. That was not the right job for me to take though, and I really wish, looking back on it, that I hadn't stayed where I already knew everyone, I already knew how the company operated, and they were giving me a pretty good starting salary and a better position. I was more than an intern. But it was not the right choice for me. I just took the safe choice at the time. So don't pigeonhole yourself. If you have been interning with your company and you do have other options out there, I would really strongly recommend that you sit back and think about, what experiences are you trying to gain? Can you take other positions with new companies and new people and different things that you have to learn that might be a little bit scary at the time, but long term they're going to provide you a lot more experience.
So I'm currently with it's a small business here in Fort Worth, and I did my internship with them. And so it was non-paid, and then she hired me on in the fall, and she said, we'll offer you this for the fall once a week. And I said, okay. Well, I haven't actually had my formal, I've graduated, so, this is what you're going to get paid, this is your benefit. So it's like, it's busy season right now with our industry, so I wasn't sure, when do I bring it up again, or, when is it a good time, and so just kind of struggling with that right now.
Obviously you need to be respectful of the people that you work with and the people that you work for, and humble, and you don't want to waltz in and take it easy. But at the same time, if you know the quality of the work that you're bringing, and you do have your degree now, so things have changed, there's a way to tactfully go about it and say, I do understand that this is a busy season right now, but now that I've graduated, now that I do have my college degree, I want to talk about my future work, and I've had some experience working for you. I would love to continue to grow that experience, but I want to know what my opportunities would be. Could I maybe meet you for a breakfast before the workday starts, or could we go to dinner after work one evening? Maybe don't even put it in between work hours, but be flexible with that person so that they can kind of meet you in the middle. And that way, just do it with a very humble approach, I think, at all times. But don't sit there and say, well, I'm going to wait around for a better time, because the better time's not going to come. You're always going to be busy at work. There's always going to be things on the plate. Your boss is going to have things coming up. So don't just say, well, I'll wait for a more convenient time, because you could be waiting around for a really, really long time. And then also when you talk to your boss, or for anyone, as you are negotiating your salaries, or you're accepting your initial job offers, to make sure that you actually ask them to define, when are we going to have a performance review? When can I expect that we're going to sit back down and we're going to talk about my future and where next steps are, when I might, get a raise or get additional benefits, or so on and so forth. Because if you have them commit to you ahead of time, it kind of helps prevent that situation of when do I bring this up? Is it appropriate now? So try to have them define that for you. Is it at 6 months? Is it at 12 months? So on and so forth.